I'm about to lose my temper. Come on, tough guy. Oh, you a big man. Really frightened. I'm really scared. You gotta understand. I don't give a... Oh! Oh, no! Ah, no!
Willie After Guy and Harry Emily are a man who are friends both on the job and also anywhere else. In the 1970s, they decided to make a new business of a restaurant that has talking animals inside that can interact with people and make them smile. Talking robots animals to be precise. This restaurant would be called Freddy Family Dinner. The place had everything a kid needs. Cake, pizza, arcade, and animals. There are 2 animatronics in there, Fredbear and String Bun. The restaurant was good thanks to these 2 people, since one of them does the math and the money managing thing, while the other makes the animatronics. Someday, William makes new technology, spring-locked suit. With this, a animatronic could do his thing on the stage center, and then a people could activate his Fettore and be inside of him and go to people like a suit, as long as the people inside don't. Like said, it was good. After some years, Willie and Harry made a new chain, Fab and Entertainment, and Suze builds a new restaurant, Freddy Fast Bar Pizza, and they were all happy being successful. But someone was not, and it was Evan, Willie's youngest son. He is a carriage cat. He was afraid of all the animatronics that his father builds and makes in the ones in the restaurant. He cries every time. It did not help that his older brother, Mikale, scares him with an animatronic mask to spook him in several places of his house. He cries every time. Even that night when he has nightmares about the evil and demented animatronics inside his house try to kill him like Pilabu Ador, or in closet, or in bed. He cries every time. His only friend was his plush of Freddy. Freddy says to him, "It will all be better." It did not be better. On a special day, it was Evan's birthday, and Willie's family decided to commemorate his birthday on Freddy's. However, he was still scared of all the animals that sang and danced on the stage. Then, suddenly, Mikale and his friends decided to make a prank and make him get closer to Freddy's mouth. Very close, until the bear beat the kid, shake the kid and launch him to space, never to be seen again. He was later at hospital. Mikale was perplexed and the restaurant got closed. It was bad for the company. Willie, being all worried of what happened, he gets back to his house and goes out to his secret workshop. Tries to bring back his son to live again and decides to shove his body inside Fredbear. It did not work. Or maybe he decided to live on. He decided to make new lines of Minatronics, then fund Minatronics. He made modifications so that each of them could capture a kid for some reason. At the new restaurant, Circus Baby, these animatronics are making the kids happy. One of them was Ebilazet. She really likes Baby. It was her favorite. However, Willie made sure for her to not get close of her at all for some reason. After some time performing and serving easy cream, she invites Ebilazet to an alone spot in the restaurant. Baby offers her icy cream. However, once she gets close enough, Baby pulls out a soul claw inside her and grabs Ebilazet, making her dead. Willie saw this minutes after, and that made him shook. And that made him very sad. So then he decides to go to bar to then drink his sad away. But that made him more sad. He says to himself, "My whole life is falling apart. Not only at my work is being credited to Henry, but now my boy and my girl are dead. What do I do?" He questioned it. And then a yellow light appeared. It was Bear. He was here to answer his question. So then he says, "I don't know." He then went up, leaving the bar and Willie alone. And he went to a McDonald's until he saw a kid looked inside at Freddy's restaurant. It was Charlie, Henry's daughter. He saw opportunity to take revenge, and so he drove to that place and hit her with his car. And then he left. Thanks to the rain, the blood was gone and nothing happened that day. Or maybe after some months they reopened again as Freddy Faber Pizza. Germa Elsagate was responsible to make everything all okay at his shift. It was not okay at his shift. The Pone Man gave instructions on how to survive the night and how to not get killed. Use the mask, shine light, look at the tube, and read up the box. Do that and you live. Good. After several days, Pone Man has an important news for him. So the restaurant will be shut down again due to some children being missing. Police has not found the children yet. We still have another beef day tomorrow, and to do, you will be there, guarding at the phase shift. Make sure no accidents happen that day. Also wear pupil, bye. And so he did that. He guarded the day shift, making sure nothing happened today. But it did happen, and the Bear appeared out of nowhere and bite his head of Germa and spit him out right to the hospital bed. He was fine. The restaurant was not. This was known as the Beat of 87. Then restaurant got shut down, not only because of Elsa Gate, but also another kids have been missing again. The person that was responsible for the kids missing was none other than Willie After Guy. He releases the kids with his bund suit to an empty room and hit him with his car. For reasons I don't know. He stuffed all of the kids in different amortality to make sure nobody will find them. And indeed, nobody find them. Whatever plan does Willie After Guy have? I don't know. Even more months later, a new Freddy Faber Pizza is open, and Mikale is now a guard at the new animatronic place, but he gets suspicious about the animatronic movements and actions. Before he got his job, Willie After Guy says the animatronics may be acting weird, and if they do, inspect them to see what do they do. And so he did just that. He got fired tomorrow. Mikale said about the weird stuff that the Omnitrix that they have. And so Willie drove all the way to the rental, breaking all the animatronics with his car. But what he did not realize is that the animatronics have the children spirits inside of them. Ooh. Months ago, when he hit Charlie with his car, he also hit the door that leads inside the Freddy's, which then a puppet came outside and he went looking for Charlie to protect her. But it was late and she was dead. Puppet stayed close to her and then he died. After a while, the soul of Charlie possesses the puppet and now is puppet. In another time, after Willie After Guy killed the children inside a room and hid it in the animal, the puppet came by with the book of magic. It started making some woo on them, and then the children are now possessing the animatrix. They were not happy with their existence, and they wanted revenge with the man that killed them. However, they do not have good memory, and they only remember that the man that killed him was wearing purple with his purple car. So they attack anyone that was wearing that. This plan did not work until today. All of the children's spirits come out and start to make spooky stuff with Willie. Willie decides to hide in his bund suit to protection or something. However, there was water in the place. So you know what that means. Another bear came in and beat Willie, causing the suit to spring lock with him inside of him, making him suffer in agony. Everyone was gone. Nobody to watch Willie dead out. Before he did all of this plan, he told Mikale about something. There is a secret bunker office that I use to build the mini-trinities, and I'm finding a way to put our family back together. Go there and help me make our family whole. And Mikale says, okay. And then Mikale goes to the hall that leads to the workshop. He spent the night in the office where everything was fine, but it was actually not, because the lights were off and the monks were about to kill him. but he was saved by Bybee. She told him that she could help to fix all the immunity tricks to be back at normal, and so he agreed. After day after day after day, looking for a way to fix all the ionics with Bybee, until night 5 happens, when she says to go to a room for a supisi. It was actually a trap. This is the scope room. It was made to remove the endoskeletons of the animatronics, and she uses on all of her friends. And now the only remaining one is you. Bybee says her final words to him. We want to get out of here, but due to being robot animals and ballerines, we will cause panic for the people of the city. We will take your body and get out of here. Good plan. And then she scoops Mikale and uses Mikale's body to live in society. Like go to bar, watch movies, go to bar, drive, and other stuff a human can do. Unfortunately, a human cannot live without organs for several days. Eventually, the body collapses and Erage decides to leave the body and go to sewers. Mikale is managing to get back up from that nod, and he goes home like nothing happened. After a lot of years passed by and the restaurant is now abandoned, in all of this, there was a dude that saw an opportunity to make a new attraction with this destroyed building. He slapped a bunch of FNaF related thingies to the building and made it to be a horror attraction called Fast Bear Fights. However, there was still something missing from this place to make it truly special, so he lays into a genuine wall that was absolutely not made to hide things that the company did not want to see, and turns out it was a fake wall, and inside revealed a bunny old decrepit suit. He was very happy. After some days, the dude was hiring someone to be the night guard, and Mikale accepted it. He goes to the work to investigate some clues about where his father could be. After some nights, he was looking for clues to where his father could be. But what he did not know is that his father is right here and he's trying to kill him as Spingban until night 5, where he finally put the pieces of puzzle and Easter eggs together and realized that Spingban is actually his father, and so he did what he must do. He grabbed his car and hit the building, causing everything to go to fire. Everything was destroyed once again, consumed by the flames, and it seems that Spingban was dead for good. But he actually wasn't, and he decides to hide away in his new secret place somewhere. Henry comes back to his vacation after all this time, ready to go back to his business at Freddy's. Until a newspaper, an older newspaper, and the FNaF lore book, all of them hit in his head. When he woke up, he started reading everything that was in front of him. All of these news were telling everything that has happened after he was gone. With all of these news in mind, he says to himself, how could he do all of this? Why is he doing all of this? Something must be done to stop all of this nonsense that is happening to my business. I will make a plan to end this family curse once and for all. With this, Henry built a new Freddy's Fab Pizza from scratch and made sure to hire anyone for the job as the night guard of the place. Lucky, Mikale was there to be on the job. But there was a surprise. He's no longer night guard of the place. He's actually responsible for everything of the restaurant now. All the toys, the playground, all the songs. He needs to manage all of that. And so he did. With passion and water in eyes, he builds the best new Fatty Faber pizza of all time. The only ones left to do are the animatronics. Mikale receives a call from Henry saying this. About the animatronics, I want you to come to the dark room and inspect some robots that I found them in the trash. Go make sure they're all okay and then put them in the restaurant. Please make sure to get all of them. They could be useful. So every night, Mikale gets to be in a room with a destroyed animatronic in which he makes sure to do some quiz fits. And if everything is okay, he puts them in the restaurant. In each night, new animatronics came here in which there were Bybee, Freddy, Left, Crap Tap, and literal trash. And once everything is done to the day, he has to go to office to do unfinished business, which involves some paper stuff or other stuff I don't know about. Until one night, when he got his dad back at the restaurant, He was doing his usual business in the office until he hear familiar voice in corridor. He was telling about a story to him. You see, Mikale, a lot of years ago, after your brother Evan did, I was looking to find a way to bring him back to life, until I remember a research that I found with Henry years ago, before we made Freddy Fazbear Pizza. It was a research about two trust scientists that were making research about a thing called remnant. It's a thing that appears when you put agony of a person in an object and that person possesses the object. And so I decided to put your brother's body inside Fazbear to see if he could live. And indeed, he was started to acting all weird, all known like Freddy Bear. I knew that it worked, and my son was alive. But then there was also another thing that research says. In that research, it mentions that if someone that has a lot of remnant in body, that person can become immortal. Just like you, I guess. So I started doing that. I started to healing all the childs with my car and putting them in animatronics and getting all the remnants of the kids. So that once I get enough, I can become immortal. And once I become immortal, I can do something. I don't know. That is my plan all along, Mikale. I need to become God. Oh, and also need to kill you because Mikale thought this whole explanation was stupid and dumb, and he thought himself he was in a dream. So he knocked himself off with his own car to wake him up. Unfortunately, it was not a dream. He continues his day as usual until the final night happens. And he receives a call from Henry saying, listen here, today is gonna be a very special day. I needed to make sure that all the animatronics that I found in the trash are in the restaurant and that you need to be on the office, okay? Good stuff will happen. Promise. Okay, bye. And so he did just that. He put all of them in restaurants, he stayed at the office, and then he sleep. Mikale then woke up due to loud noises coming from outside. It was all the animatronics he got from trash. Barbie, Crabtrap, Monte Freddy, and left. They're all ready to kill Mikale. But before that, Bobby says to him, I'm glad that you did all of this for me. I realized that my purpose truly was to kill you, just like my father did, I guess. Now that you call all of our friends together, we shall kill you. This is a gift for me, and for people for you, and for...
Connection gone. Sorry to interrupt, Bizalef, or Bobby, or whatever you call now. You are wrong about this. This is not a gift, this is a pause for you to be confused with sounds and colors and pizza. A pause where you all be free, not long chasing people guys and looking for revenge. This is the end. Mikale, if you are still here, you can escape by going to the convenient play tube from McDonald's that leads to the exit. But it seems that you wish to be here. No need to worry, I'm somewhere here in this place too. And for the rest of you, be still and let the flame consume you, so you can all be free and no longer be inside animatronics anymore and go to heaven. As for really after guy, Ebilazef, if you haven't dead yet, I'm sorry for not being there to save you. Who knew that my partner in business would build a genetic clone in Bible to kill children so that he can become immortal? But here we are. This is the end for all of the Willy stories. End call.
With the fire engulfing the entire house, everybody is dead, and in this whole story of the Willy's family, God was also looking through all of this and was happy that the story is over. So he took a nap, and then he woke up and realized that this nap took several years. He decided to look what has changed since then, and he got surprised. He saw that FNaF stuff is still here in the world. Really after guy is back as a virus, as a very bird-born animatronic is back. There was also a rabbit, there is also a pit that travels through time. There was also a giant mall place built around Five Nights at Freddy's, and also white woman. God stood there perplexed, and all of this is said, why is all of this is happening? I thought this story was supposed to be over. What's all of this? What's all of this? That's it. If the story refuses to end, then I will end this once and all off. And so he does his godly magic powers, and he uses it to summon a giant pupil car in space, and he threw it at the planet Earth, destroying it entirely. No more wheelies, no more ghosts, no more animatronics, no more Freddy. It's over. Story time end.